Okay, so I wanted to make an update video because it's been, I think, like 9 days or something like that since I uploaded anything. So there is a reason for that. Um, I recently switched from Windows to Linux as like my daily driver. And at first I was using Linux Mint, and I was like, okay, everything's working. This is pretty good. But I wasn't able to customize it as much as I wanted. So I heard about another distribution called NixOS. So I got down into that rabbit hole. It almost was perfect. It almost did exactly what I wanted. I was able to do everything, but there's just a couple hardware things that were being weird. Like my camera, for example, that was acting strange. So I ended up switching back to Mint, to Linux Mint. And then I instead of using Cinnamon as the default desktop environment, I'm using KDE, and I've been able to get kind of the customization I wanted out of that. So I'm pretty happy now. I think I've settled. So that's part of the reason. The other reason was I was going to make another video about a bunch of like free software that you can use to get started making games, because I know when I was just getting into it, that's like so much of your time is spent researching like what software is available, like what's a good editing program for, making sprites, or what's a good video editing program, or an audio program. These are things you might not think about when you start making your game, but eventually you'll get to a point where you're like, okay, I need to make music, and you'll be like, okay, what software can I use? So that was one of the videos I wanted to make. I still might make it. I have the list. I made like a blog post about it with a list of all the software. So and that's saved as a draft. So I might make that video. I'm not sure yet. But who am I to tell people what's good and what's bad? So let me just show you something here. So as you can tell by my extremely riced, as they call it, setup, I've got everything going the way I like. But what I wanted to kind of show was I did get a bunch of stuff done with the game, so I'll give some updates on that. But I wanted to show this cool piece of software. So this is called Fami Studio, and when I was looking at my start menu for my game, I was like, I want it to be like retro music, like arcadey kind of 8-bit stuff or 16-bit, whatever. So I was able to find this program, and it's free. It took a little bit of getting used to of how everything works, and how the patterns and how you write the actual music in it. But it didn't take too long. I kind of got used to the workflow, but I'll show you like it sounds legit, right? So it sounds pretty good. So I'll be using this probably to make some more music and stuff for the game. So that's one cool thing I wanted to show. Another thing I wanted to kind of show was we did get I got like a start menu. I made a start menu. I made a new sprite for the spaceship. So I did a bunch of work. I also got I got some fonts that I decided on. A couple other things was I finished setting up the spawn system, so now everything spawns properly, like on good timers and in random locations. I don't know if I had that in the last update. I don't think I did. So that's one major thing too, is that. So that's huge. So like, see the portals right here, and it's gonna fuck me up. Sorry. And oh no, the power up spawned on the portal. Bad luck, bad RNG. But anyway, what you'll see is like even little turrets will spawn on the side. So I did a bunch of coding with that. So I got the spawn managers set up, and I cleaned all that stuff up. So that was going really well. So there's been progress. It's just there was a few days where I was trying to settle on what operating system I want to use, or what distribution of Linux I want to use. I think I'm back on Mint for now. I might switch eventually. Maybe I'll just do some tests, maybe on a different hard drive or something with NixOS, play with it, because I don't want to lose all my settings and everything. So what I'll do is I'll make this video, I'll post it. Like I said, I might make that video about some open source free software tools that you can use to make your games too. But for now, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get back into streaming the game, or streaming the development of the game. So you can catch me on Twitch over there, because I'll be doing that. I'll try and do that now that my setup's done. And yeah, that's it. Catch you in the next one.